Hi guys! Today we will talk about sharks and dolphins. And we'll also talk about elephants and mice. Did you guys know that sharks are afraid of dolphins? And that elephants actually don't care about mice at all? Watch this video and you'll find out why. It's fair to say that it's not like sharks are afraid of dolphins, it's more like they don't really want to mess with them. Although, when opportunity is there, they don't mind enjoying some of that dolphin's tasty flesh. So what's up with that? Let's start by pointing out that these animals are at different intellectual levels. Sharks are cartilaginous fish. They are more ancient and primitive than most kinds of fish. Their emotions is a widely discussed topic. Most researchers seem to believe that they operate solely by instinct. The need for food is the basic one. Then comes survival and need to procreate. They don't like company much and they only come together during the mating period, which happens quite rarely. Dolphins are different. They are a social kind. Apart from the basic instincts, they feel the need for society. They live in packs, they communicate, they help the weak, help each other, and watch over newborn dolphins all together. They hunt and protect themselves together. Because they live in such unity, they don't have many enemies. So, how does dolphins and sharks communicate with each other? Sharks always try to find some old, weak, pregnant, or injured prey. They either follow them if they are alone, or they wait till they get behind the group and attack. That's if they're lucky, but dolphins are very smart. They are quick and they notice change very quickly. 75 times out of 100 they spot the shark and fight back all together. There are a few basic methods dolphins use. Sometimes they surround the shark and they just start to hit it in the gill slits. It's something like hitting a man in the stomach. If the shark stays for too long, it's at risk of seriously damaging its respiratory system. When a shark lacks oxygen, it doesn't care about dolphins anymore. When its gills get seriously damaged, it is doomed to die. Large types of dolphins, like white or killer whales, learn to bring fish into a state of tonic immobility. They hit sharks multiple times until they demobilize. They get paralyzed, their muscles get cramped, and as a result of that, they lose mobility for a while. Sometimes divers do the same thing. They paralyze sharks to make selfies with them. It's funny when they put their hands inside sharks' mouth like that. There were times when groups of dolphins would take a shark and raise it up above water, keeping it there, choking it to death. Sometimes killer whales even eat sharks after those suffocate. And so, how come sharks let dolphins do this to them? It's simple. For millions of years now, sharks been using the same hunting strategy over and over again. They swim around their victims until they find a better moment to attack. Dolphins, on the other side, know how to communicate. They even have a language they use to talk to one another. While sharks follow the same pattern over and over again, dolphins develop their skills and evolve. And now let's get back to the question why sharks are afraid of dolphins. Those sharks that survived encounters with dolphins or saw the way their fellow beings were treated try to avoid dolphins every time they see them. Instead, they hunt other fish that they know they can handle for sure. Those sharks who never dealt with dolphins before and make attempts to fight them don't have much chance for survival. Alright you guys, and now let's get back on land and let's talk about elephants. Rumor has it that elephants are very much afraid of mice, so let's try to figure out whether it's true or not. This rumor is over 2,000 years old. It belongs to Pliny the Elder, ancient Roman naturalist and philosopher. He was the first to notice elephants panic when they saw little mice. He described his observation in one of his books. Since then, humanity believes in this ancient myth and even portrays it in cartoons and fairy tales. But is it true? Some people argue that mice can be quite cunning and that they can actually chew elephants' feet, which seems insane when you think about it. Some people even say that mice can live and feed on elephants, like some kinds of parasites, and apparently the big guys can't do anything about it. So they suffer a lot, and that's why they are afraid and panic each time they see mice. Anyway, it seems quite unlikely that a mouse would take chances with a massive elephant. After all, they are tiny, and there are many tasty things they can find on the ground where it's safe. Also, some people say that mice can climb inside elephants' trunks, making them suffocate, which seems silly because elephants are so big that their sneeze would be like firing a bullet from a gun. Also, elephants can breathe through their mouths if necessary, so this theory is wrong on multiple levels. I also heard somewhere that mice can climb into elephants' ears, which makes the big guys suffer. Even now, people still come up with all sorts of ridiculous experiments in order to see how mice and elephants communicate. Each experiment showed that mice are much more afraid of elephants. They went through a lot of stress in the name of science. They were put in elephants' cages one by one. They put them on their backs, brought them before their eyes to see how elephants would react. These crazy people even went as far as to put them in their trunks. But none of that had any effect on elephants whatsoever. There was one experiment, though, that can be considered half successful. A pile of feces was covering a pit on the elephant's path. There was a mouse inside the pit. When the giant was approaching the pile, they opened it by aids of a special mechanism, letting the mouse out. At that point, the elephant stopped, feeling confused for a few seconds. And that was it. It then went around the pile and nothing happened. Same types of experiments were conducted with snakes, hedgehogs, and other small animals. And every time an elephant would walk around the area and then kept on moving forward. It was the same result every time. The only time elephant would stop was when it saw a moving object, but generally every animal behaves this way when it sees this kind of obstacle. So, is there any type of animal that elephants are afraid of? There is. Lions, for example. They sometimes hunt young elephants, hiding behind bushes, and they usually attack from the back, which is why elephants are always cautious when they hear noises, because they feel like there's danger lurking around. Another creature that elephants are well aware and afraid of is a honeybee. A single bee can easily make a massive elephant run for its life. These insects are very peculiar creatures. Once a bee gets triggered, all the other bees start to feel the same way, and the next thing they do is they attack the poor fella all together. Elephants are very well aware of that, and they try to avoid bees right away. Scientists have been trying to prove that the mice-fearing myth was true and accidentally proved it to be wrong. Elephants are very calm by nature and they don't see very well, so that's why they don't get scared of the little critters. And when it comes to real enemies, elephants tend to act wisely. They use their strength and they are obviously guided by instincts. So what do you guys know about animal fears? Definitely tell me about that in the comments. Thank you for watching this video, press the like button if you like it, and don't forget to share it with your friends. See you next time!